I'd like to welcome you here to ASAsoftball.com, to the ASA Hall of Fame Softball Complex in Oklahoma City. I'm Brian Ward alongside Jake Chastain, bringing you all the action today in the ASA tournament.
The Paver Pro has been winning a lot of tournaments. Obviously, the East champion coming in against the Women's West champion, which is the Lady Blue Jays out of San Antonio, Texas. We'll give you the lineup for the Paver Pros, who are the home team. Batting first, playing left center, Leah Grothaus. Batting second, playing third, is Tangi Burns. Third, playing right center, will be Jody Foy. Batting fourth, playing second, is Marcela Gutierrez. Batting fifth, shortstop Heather Calicote. Batting sixth, playing left field, Kim Kay. Batting seventh, first base, Cheryl Harbord. Batting eighth, the pitcher, Mindy Robinson. Batting ninth, catcher Laura Reinhold. And batting 10th, playing right field, is Cheryl Poole.
And we already started here in the first inning. The first batter is up, and that's going to be the first hit. It's a hit to shallow left field. Going to be a single for the leadoff batter, number 10, Tanya Gutierrez.
After taking 2 consecutive balls, she just pretty much pulled the inside pitch to left center. Nice little knock over the shortstop's head for a single.
That'll bring up number 22, Amanda Scheel.
Pitch a little bit inside, a little high. The pitcher for the Pavers is Mindy Robinson, number 22.
Going to bring another pitch in. That one's called a strike. Can't quite see the home plate on your screen. We'll get the action called to you. It's going to be strike 2.
We got a full count here, 3-2.
High hit to left center, and it's going to be caught by the left center fielder.
That'd be Leah Grothaus. It was pretty much hit right to her. She didn't have to move too much. Beautiful morning here in Oklahoma City.
And they'll get the ball in and hold Gutierrez on first. 1 out with a runner on first. Now to place number 23, Annabelle Pinedo. Gonna have a strike on the first pitch.
Little low there, coming in short of home plate. That'll be a ball. She turns on one there, pulls it foul of the left field line into the stands. That'll be strike 2, count 1-2 with 1 out. Runner on first.
Going to take that ball. Takes the count to 2-2. Quick pitch. Going to be stopped by the second baseman. Toss to the shortstop and gets Gutierrez out at second for out number 2, as Pinedo will be safe at first.
Second baseman Marcela Gutierrez made a great diving stop up the middle there. Gutierrez pitches to the shortstop Heather Calicote to get that second out. Gutierrez getting Gutierrez out there.
1 on each team.
So with 2 outs, cleanup hitter's up. She'll take ball 1 there.
That's Pamela Peach. Strike comes across the plate. Swings it one high outside, and it's almost like a bunt down the first baseline. Pitcher tosses up to first baseman and drops it, but they're going to call it out.
When she pitched it after the slow roller down the first base line, pitched it to the first baseman, it looked as though she had dropped it, but the first base ump said she had control of it long enough. So at the end of after the top of the first, the Blue Jays couldn't put her on the board, so Paver Pro, the home team, will be coming up to the plate. You're listening to ASAsoftball.com.
Get on up and get on down to Hooters, the place to be for chicken wings. Come grab a beer
playing ASA when I was 12 years old. ASA gave, I think, all of us an avenue to play growing up and gave us places to excel. Lots of games, the best competition, great coaching. So it's kind of been an avenue for all of us to grow as players.
And giving me the chance to prepare at a high level.
ASA was crucial in my career as far as building myself as an athlete, and I think my teammates also.
Get your start in a sport that lasts a lifetime. Play ASA.
And we're back here at ASA Hall of Fame Stadium. Paver Pro taking on the Lady Blue Jays. Paver Pro now up to bat, the home team at the bottom of the first.
It's going to be Leah Grothaus at the plate, taking a strike on the first pitch.
Step back in the box here. It looks like she might want to pull a pitch.
Gets one just inside of the shortstop, and we'll pick up a base hit there. Shortstop is number 1, Jacqueline Vargas.
Just pretty much punch that right up the middle to get the, with no outs, man on first. Up to bat now is Tangi Burns.
First pitch is a ball on the rubber for the Lady Blue Jays. It's going to be number 5, Maxine Martinez.
Tangi takes another ball. Counts 2-0. Make that 3-0 after watching another ball go across the plate there. And that'll be ball 4.
Putting runners on both first and second. Catching behind the plate for the Blue Jays is going to be number 30, Pamela Peach.
So with runners on first and second, that's going to bring up the right center fielder, number 32, Jody Foy.
We've got a ball that goes behind the catcher.
Jody trying to, if she can get a base hit, try to get a run across for the Paver Pros here. Another ball, count 2-0. No outs. Runners on first and second for the Paver Pro home team.
Very casual at the plate, looking for the perfect pitch as she'll have a 3-0 count. Another ball 4.
So Jody Foy takes the walk to load the bases to bring up Marcela Gutierrez, or as the team likes to call her, Chungo.
In the cleanup spot, we'll see if she can clean up the infield here.
She takes the first ball or first pitch for a strike.
Pulls one to left field, and it's going to be caught by the left fielder. That's Amanda Scheel.
With the sacrifice fly to left by Marcela Gutierrez, she brings home Leah Grothaus to give the Paver Pro a 1-0 lead right now. So at the bottom of the first, with 1 out, runners on first and second, brings up Heather Calicote, the shortstop.
Tried to chase that one. Is outside, bringing up a ball.
With the count 1-1. Comes a pitch.
Shallow center. Going to bring in 1 run. That'll be Tangi Burns coming across the plate.
So with 1 out, runners on first and second, score now 2-0 for Paver Pro. And Kim Kay, the left fielder, will be coming up to bat. Kim cleaning off the bat, a little bit of moisture here this morning. A lot of dew on the field.
Bringing in the pitches, it's Deanne Wegehopt.
Kim K looks at ball one outside.
Right across the plate for strike one. Hit to shortstop, going to get the out at second. Try to turn the double play, just short of it, getting to the first baseman, Katrina Arocha.
So in the bottom of the first, with Paver Pro from Fort Myers, Florida, up 2-0. They have runners on first and third. And the first baseman, Cheryl Harbord, comes up to the plate. She'll take a ball there, so with the count 1-0.
Pulls one that will make it out to left field and bring in yet another run for Paver Pros. That shortstop couldn't quite get to it.
Jody Foy takes advantage of it, coming from third, going home, makes the score 3-0 now. Paver Pro in the bottom of the first. Now up to the plate, pitcher Mindy Robinson.
With runners on first and second. It's going to be an inside strike on the first pitch. Takes one on the outside, and it's going to fall shallow left field, bringing in another run for the Paver Pros.
And right there with that shallow hit, just right over the shortstop's head, but right in front of the left fielder. Left fielder makes a mistake by missing the ball, letting Heather Calicote come in with another run. So that makes the game 4-0. Paver Pro in the bottom of the first with 2 outs, runners on first and second. And the catcher, Laura Reinhold, up to bat. Threw a pitch, but the catcher had the stop motion up, so that won't count.
Now Wegehopt will step up on the rubber and bring in the first pitch, and it's going to be a strike. Inside for a ball. Pops up to the second baseman for out number 3, and that will end the first inning. 4-0 Paver Pros over the Lady Blue Jays.
You're listening to ASAsoftball.com. I'm Jacob Chastain here with Brian Ward. We'll be back in a moment.
Softball is such a great sport to be involved in.
Jenny Finch, future Olympian for the ASA.
I started playing softball at the age of 5. Every weekend I played 8 to 10 games, and ASA allowed me to develop my skills through those games. If you want to be a future Olympian, you need to play in the ASA softball program, the national governing body of softball in the United States.
ASA Softball, the game America plays.
USA Softball head coach Mike Candrea wants to make you a better hitter with a USA Softball Instructional Series from the ASA, the national governing body of softball. Coach Candrea is your personal hitting instructor as he guides you through the fundamentals, from mental preparation, stance, and loading to the stride and swing.
Enjoy this video. It is designed to help you become the hitter that you've always wanted to be.
Pitching and fielding videos are also available. To order, visit softballoutlet.com or call 1-800-6...
And we're back. The leadoff hitter hit a shot to shortstop. Shortstop for Paver Pro, Heather Calicote, able to throw her out, so that'll be 1 out. The top of the second. Now up to bat, number 8, Laura Delgado. Right back to the pitcher. And number 22, Mindy Robinson, throws her out for the second out. So 2 quick pitches, 2 quick outs for Paver Pro from Fort Myers, Florida. Which brings up to bat number 9, Maxine Martinez. Little inside there for ball 1.
Martinez, the third baseman. Being smart to not take the first pitch like the first 2 batters. She'll take that one and drive it out to left field, and it's going to be caught for out number 3, and it's a quick 3 up, 3 down.
It's a nice catch on the left field coming in for Kim K. So that'll end the top of the second. Blue Jays 3 up, 3 down on 5 pitches. You're listening to ASA Softball with Brian Ward and Jacob Chastain. We'll be back in 1 moment.
The ASA, the national governing body of softball, brings you the honor of wearing the red, white, and blue.
It's an incredible honor for me to be able to put on this jersey.
This is your chance to buy replica jerseys of softball superstars Lisa Fernandez and Jenny Finch. You can also purchase a blank USA softball jersey, take it home, and embroider your own name and number on the back. Visit softballoutlets.com and be a part of Team USA.
It's truly a dream come true to wear the
And we're back here at ASA Softball Stadium in Oklahoma City. That'll be a ball. Bottom of the second inning. Paver Pro up 4-0. 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors. That'll be a called strike. Cheryl Poole hits it to right field. And
That one's going to be caught by Amanda Scheel over there in right field.
looks like Paver Pro is taking a little more calm approach to this game, making the pitcher throw some perfect pitches, whereas the Blue Jays, the Lady Blue Jays, are taking a more aggressive approach, swinging at any pitch that they can probably get their bat on right now. Leah Grothaus up to the plate, left center fielder. Went 1 for 1 in the first inning. Takes first ball. Second pitch, takes another pitch, another ball. So the count is 2-0 with 1 out. Bottom of the second.
There we'll have the first strike.
If you remember in the first inning, Grothaus had a little line drive to left field.
There goes to second baseman, straight over to first for out number 2.
It's hit straight to the second baseman, not a lot, but Grothaus showing a little bit of speed. Maybe that'll come up later in the game. That brings up Tangi Burns, so with 2 outs, no one on, bottom of the second. Paver Pro up 4-0. Tangi Burns comes to the plate, who also had a base hit in the first inning. She'll take the first pitch for a strike.
That one's hit to shallow left field, finding that gap and going to get the base hit. Again, Tanya Gutierrez out in left field wasn't able to get up to it as it was just a little shallow over the shortstop and third baseman's heads.
So with 2 outs, runner on first, Jody Foy up to the plate as she takes the first pitch for a ball.
There will be another ball to the inside. That one's hit straight to the shortstop, number 1, Jacqueline Vargas, and that'll be out number 3 to end the second inning. Still 4-0 Paver Pros over the Lady Blue Jays. You're listening to Women's Softball on ASASoftball.com.
Get on up and get on down to Hooters. The place to be for chicken wings. Come grab a beer. The game's on here. And the girl next door. Good friends and more. If you can't stop by, get our wings to fly. Hooters makes you happy. Right down the street. It's your neighborhood retreat. So get on up and get on down to Hooters.
Another ball to the outside. That was a high, deep hit for Arocha. Out to the left field fence. Catch. Jessica Gonzalez is going to take strike one. Foul ball off the first baseline.
So with the count 0-1 right now, Jessica Gonzalez trying to drive home that first run for the Lady Blue Jays out of San Antonio, Texas here. That'll be a ball.
There's another foul ball hit.
Catcher number 7, Laura Reinhold, just couldn't get to it in time. She was quick out of the box, though, but with the softball rules, that'll be an out. So with one out, top of the third, runner on second is Arocha. Number 1, the 10-hole hitter, Jacqueline Vargas, the shortstop, up to bat.
She's had a few of the Paver Pro balls go right beside her that she wasn't able to get to. We'll see if she can find that gap in between the shortstop and third baseman. Get Arocha around, and it's out to left field, just over the left fielder's head, and she's going to come to second and round looking for third, but will hold at second as Arocha comes across the plate.
That'll be the first run for the Lady Blue Jays today as they get on the board. So with at the top of the third, one out. The score now, Lady Blue Jays 1, Paver Pro 4, as number 5, Deanne Wedgehout will come up to the plate. That is a strike there, so with the count 1-1. She hits one right up the gap in the middle. Holds the runner at third. Nice throw from the right center fielder. So at the top of the third, one out. Deanne Weghout, a base hit up the middle. Runners on first and third. And the leadoff hitter, number 10, Tania Gutierrez, up to the plate.
Yeah, that ball slipped right through the second baseman, number 10, Marcela Gutierrez. As we bring up, as Jake said, the leadoff, Tanya Gutierrez.
She'll pull that one foul into the left field stands for strike one.
Pulls another foul ball. 2 in a row, 2 strikes on the board. Got to bring in another ball. We've had several fouls this last inning or two. There's one straight to left center. It's going to be caught. Third base runner will tag up and run in. That is Jacqueline Vargas. And also a tag from first, making it to second, and with a sliding play will come up safe at second. That was number 5, the pitcher, Deanne Wigehopt.
So Tanya Gutierrez with a sacrifice fly to left center. Left center fielder number 4, Leah Grothaus, trying to make the throw home, cut off by pitcher, and it was actually a pretty close play at second base, but they could not get the out. So with the top of the third, 2 outs, runner on second, Amanda Shield comes up to bat.
Sends one to right field, and it's going to be caught.
By Cheryl Poole. That'll end the inning, but the Blue Jays get on the board. So bottom of the third coming up, the Blue Jays 2, Paver Pro 4. You're listening to Women's Softball on ASAsoftball.com.
Softball is such a great sport to be involved in.
Jenny Finch, future Olympian for the ASA.
I started playing softball at the age of 5. Every weekend I played 8 to 10 games, and ASA allowed me to develop my skills through those games. If you want to be a future Olympian, you need to play in the ASA softball program, the national governing body of softball in the United States.
ASA Softball, the game America plays.
Welcome back to the Hall of Fame softball complex in Oklahoma City. Paver Pros battling against the Lady Blue Jays. Blue Jays out of San Antonio, Texas. Paver Pros take the plate for the bottom of the third inning. Up the plate is going to be number 10, the second baseman, Marcela Gutierrez, with a 2-0 count right now. As the third pitch comes across, and she'll take a swing at it, sending it to dead center field. It's going to be caught by the right center fielder by the Lady Blue Jays. So 1 out.
That'll bring up to the plate the shortstop, number 44, Heather Calicote. With the first pitch, line drive up the middle. That'll be a single for Paver Pro. So with 1 out, bottom of the third, runner on first, that'll bring up to bat the left fielder, Kim Kay. Paver Pro trying to extend on their lead here in the bottom of the third. As number 23, Kim K, comes up the plate. Paver Pro with 5 hits, 4 runs. Here comes the pitch. Called strike as Kim watches it come down the outside corner of the plate there. With the count 0-1, 1 out, runner on first. Line drive over the third baseman's head, tipped. It'll move, advance the runner to second. Kim K with the single. So with runners on first and second, one out. That'll bring up number 8, the first baseman, Cheryl Harbord.
Third baseman for the Blue Jays, Maxine Martinez, jumped up, tried to get it. It was just over the top of our gloves, taking it out to left field, putting those runners on first and second. Gonna have a strike come across. There's one hit, line drive to center field. Going to be picked up by Amanda Scheel as a run comes in. A runner from second, so an RBI.
Was a good hit by Cheryl there right up the middle. Right now, shortstop and second baseman leaving quite a hole there. So now makes the score 5-2, Paver Pro, bottom of the third. As the pitcher up to bat, number 22, Mindy Robinson, takes the first ball for a strike.
Both these teams, the Class D women's champions, one from the east, one from the west, as we've got a hit right down to the third baseline. And they're going to turn to the double play with a out at second and first to end that inning.
The 5-4-3 there. Nicely done by third baseman Mindy Robinson, dropping that to the third baseman. Third baseman quickly getting it to the second baseman and turning it over to the first baseman for the 5-4-3 double play, which will end the third inning. Not before Paver Pro is able to put a run on the board. So at the bottom after the third, Paver Pro 5, the Lady Blue Jays 2. You're listening to Women's Softball on ASAsoftball.com.
Get on up and get on down to Hooters, the place to be for chicken wings. Come grab a beer, the game's on here, and the girl next door, good friends and more. If you can't stop by, get our wings to fly. Hooters makes you happy. Right down the street, it's your neighborhood retreat. So get on up and
back from the break as we have a hit from the first batter and going to be safe at first as it went to the shortstop. Tried to get it to first, had to pull off the bag just a little bit. Wasn't able to make the tag, and the foot was off the bag.
It was actually a pretty good play by shortstop Heather Calicote. Hit in between third and short. She was able to backhand the ball. Tried to make the throw across her body. A little off target. First baseman almost made the tag, but the speed of Annabelle Pinedo able to get her to first.
Try to make a tag there. Pinedo will get back on the bag.
Pamela Peach lining out to second there.
Down the left field line is going to be caught by a left fielder and going to hold Pinedo at first.
That'll bring up right center fielder number 8, Laura Delgado.
Another one down the left field line to third base. Makes the out at second, and that'll be out number 3.
Once again, you're listening to Women's Softball on ASAsoftball.com. I'm Jacob Chastain, joined by Brian Ward. We'll be back with you in a moment.
The ASA, the national governing body of softball, brings you the honor of wearing the red, white, and blue.
It's an incredible honor for me to be able to put on this jersey.
This is your chance to buy replica jerseys of softball superstars Lisa Fernandez and Jenny Finch. You can also purchase a blank USA softball jersey, take it home, and embroider your own name and number on the back. Visit softballoutlet.com and be a part of Team USA.
It's truly a dream come true to wear the
back here at the ASA Hall of Fame softball complex in Oklahoma City. Start the bottom of the fourth inning. Maybe Laura Reinhold at the plate for the Paver Pros. Watch the first pitch, and it's going to be a strike. We still have Deanna Wegahop bringing the pitches in. Strike two.
That'll be a single up the middle for Laura Reinhold. So leadoff hitter Laura Reinhold able to put one up the middle. So with runners on first, no outs, bottom of the fourth. That'll bring up Cheryl Poole. Pitch was a little deep for ball one. Count 2-0. And that pitch a little deep as well, so the count will go to 3-0. No outs. Runner on first for Paver Pro. Cheryl Poole up to the plate.
Paver Pros, the Women's East Class D slow pitch champions. These two teams, Paver Pros from the East, Blue Jays from the West, will be playing today and tomorrow. Best out of 5 games to be the 2007 national champion. For Women's Class D ASA softball.
As she hits that just foul down the left field line. Full count coming up. Runner on first for Paver Pro. Cheryl Poole trying to advance the runner, extend the lead. The bottom of the fourth inning, Paver Pro has a 5-2 lead over the Lady Blue Jays of Fort Myers, Florida. Excuse me, Lady Blue Jays out of San Antonio, Texas.
Not many tournaments they've played together as they come in after winning the state tournament in Texas, San Marcos. That one's going to be hit to Tanya Gutierrez out in left field and will be out number 1 in the fourth inning.
That'll bring up to the plate the leadoff hitter, Leah Grouthouse. The 1 out, runner on first. Didn't like the first pitch, but the ump did. Calls it strike 1.
Swings at the inside pitch to the third baseman. They'll get the out at second. Maxine Martinez kicks it over to the second baseman, Annabelle Pinedo, and they get the out at second. And Grouthouse will be safe at first. 2 outs. Now up the plate, Tangi Burns. Third time we've seen Burns at the plate.
Looks at the first pitch for a strike. Second one just a little bit inside. Count 1-1, 2 outs. With Leah Grouthouse on first.
Swings that one over the first baseman's head. Gets the base hit, putting runners on first and second.
Tangi having a pretty good day today at the plate. That'll bring up right center fielder Jody Foy, who watches the first pitch go across the plate for a strike. So with 2 outs, runners on first and second. Bottom of the fourth. Was a little inside for ball 1. Jody likes this one, lines it into center. Left center fielder able to make the run to center field for the third out. So after the fourth, the Lady Blue Jays 2, Paver Pro 5, you're listening to ASA Softball on asasoftball.com. We'll be back in a moment.
USA Softball head coach Mike Candrea wants to make you a better hitter with a USA Softball Instructional Series from the ASA, the national governing body of softball. Coach Candrea is your personal hitting instructor as he guides you through the fundamentals, from mental preparation, stance, and loading to the stride and swing.
Enjoy this video. It is designed to help you become the hitter that you've always wanted to be.
Pitching and fielding videos are also available. To order, visit softballoutlet.com or call 1-800-654-8337.
Welcome back to the Hall of Fame softball complex in Oklahoma City as we start the top of the fifth inning.
First pitcher for the Blue Jays will be number 9, Maxine Martinez. Pulls the first pitch down the left field line, but left fielder Kim K able to make the play for the first out. So top of the fifth, 1 out.
Moving down the line to number 4, Katrina Arocha, stepping into the batter's box. Robinson on the rubber will bring in the first pitch. Hit to the shortstop, gonna send it over to first base, and it's thrown off course. First baseman not able to get to it. That's going to be Heather Calicote, and we're going to have a runner on first.
Heather made a great play last inning and then had all the time in the world there and just threw it a little too far to the right. And first baseman Cheryl Harbor just couldn't bring it in, so that'll be the top of the fifth. Runner on first for the Lady Blue Jays. That'll bring up Jessica Gonzalez.
Gonzalez will take a strike after the first pitch was a ball. 1-1 as pitch number 3 comes across. Takes a swing, hits it to right field, and it's going to fall into a gap. Advancing runner to second. Runners on both first and second as Jacqueline Vargas, a shortstop, will come up for the Lady Blue Jays.
And right now with 1 out, shortstop for the Paver Pro, Heather Calicote, goes and talks to pitcher Mindy Robinson, just letting her know that she's still there. Inside pitch for ball 1. Third base, I'm calling it a foul ball. Just outside the third base line on the left-hand side. So the count will be 1-1 with 1 out. Runners on first and second for the Blue Jays, who have 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors. Looking to try to cut the lead down here. A base hit from Jacqueline will probably score a run.
Vargas hits one in shallow left.
Left center fielder there, Leah Grouthouse, shows some more speed. Coming in and being able to grab the ball quick, which leaves Katrina Arocha at third. So with bases loaded, top of the fifth, that'll bring up leadoff hitter Tanya Gutierrez.
Grouthouse got up on the ball and got it into shortstop Heather Calicote to hold the runners where they're at. Are loaded and have ball 1 come across the plate. Is in the box.
That one was called. Count 1-1. Hits it to opposite field. It's shallow. Are they going to be able to make a play? Right center fielder is, but Katrina Arocha able to tag from third, come home, cuts the lead down 5-3 for Paver Pro.
Now we're back to the top of the lineup for the Lady Blue Jays. Going to bring up number 10, the left fielder, Tanya Gutierrez. Seems like the right center fielder has an equipment issue, bringing in her glove. And we'll switch out. Look like the laces on it came untied. Get a new glove and get her back in position. We'll be ready to continue play. It's number 32, Jody Foy, the right center fielder for the Paver Pros. Swinging at the second pitch, and it's down the left field line, and it's going to be foul, but caught by the left fielder, Kim K, and that will be the third out.
So after the top of the fifth, Paver Pro 5, the Lady Blue Jays 3, you're listening to ASA Softball on asasoftball.com.
I started playing ASA when I was 12 years old. ASA gave, I think, all of us an avenue to play growing up and gave us places to excel. Lots of games, the best competition, great coaching. So it's kind of been an avenue for all of us to grow as players.
And giving me the chance to prepare at a high level.
ASA was crucial in my career as far as building myself as an athlete, and I think my teammates also.
Get your start in a sport that lasts a lifetime. Play ASA.
Back here at the Hall of Fame softball complex, as the Paver Pros are stepping up to begin the bottom half of the fifth inning. Up at the plate is going to be number 10, the second baseman, Marcela Gutierrez. Pulls one straight back to the pitcher. She stops it, knocks it down, and gets it over to the first baseman. Almost made the immediate catch. Deanne Wegahop hit her in the glove, but kind of in the palm. She knocks it down, picks it up, and throws it over to the first baseman, number 4, Katrina Arocha, and gets out number 1. That'll bring up number 44, the shortstop, Heather Calicote, for the Paver Pros out of Fort Myers, Florida. Just the first of many games today as strike one comes across the plate here at the ASA Hall of Fame softball complex. We'll be online all day today and tomorrow. Hits it to the second baseman, over to Arocha for out number 2. Second baseman for the Blue Jays is number 23, Annabelle Pinedo. Kim K at the plate. Takes a ball on the first pitch. Got on base her last time up. Second one comes across just on the outside. Going to be called a strike. High inside pitch for ball 2.
Bottom of the fifth, 2 outs. Left fielder Kim K up after making a beautiful play down the left field line for the third out last inning. Trying to capitalize on the 3-1 count here.
Going to take a swing at it, gets it over to Vargas at the shortstop position, over to Arocha. Trying to slide in at first, not going to make it. That's going to be out number 3. 3 up, 3 down. All hits to the infield, getting out at first base. You're listening to ASA Softball on asasoftball.com.
USA Softball head coach Mike Candrea wants to make you a better hitter with a USA Softball Instructional Series from the ASA, the national governing body of softball. Coach Candrea is your personal hitting instructor as he guides you through the fundamentals, from mental preparation, stance, and loading through the stride and swing.
Enjoy this video. It is designed to help you become the hitter that you've always wanted to be.
Pitching and fielding videos are also available. To order, visit softballoutlet.com or call 1-800-654-8337.
Women's Class D National Championship game 1 of 5. Lady Blue Jays out of San Antonio, Texas versus the Paver Pros out of Fort Myers, Florida. Top of the 6th inning. Blue Jays bring their first batter into the box. First pitch is going to be a strike. It's Amanda Shield, the 2-hole batter. She'll swing at the second pitch and hits it center field, and it goes through the glove of number 4, Leah Grouthouse, the left center fielder for Paver Pros.
Grouthouse getting a little excited there coming up, thinking that the runner was going to try to advance to second. Missed it, but was lucky she didn't take advantage of it. So with runner on first, no outs, that'll bring up Annabelle Pinedo.
Pinedo puts the ball on board, swings at the next pitch, and hits it to left field. Advancing the runner, and that one goes through the legs of the left fielder. Grouthouse comes in to try and make a save, stops it, and will hold the runners at second and third as they get the ball into the pitcher, number 22, Mindy Robinson.
That'll be the third error for the day for the Lady Paver Pros. Advancing runners, which would have been just on first and second, now both in scoring position with number 30 up, their cleanup hitter, the catcher, Pamela Peach.
And Peach is going to be the go-ahead run. They're down by 2 and have runners both on second and third. Base hit could tie it up.
Pamela's last at bat, she lined out to the right center fielder. Like to put 2 runs on the board here to tie the game for the Lady Blue Jays.
That one is hit high to left center, and it'll be caught. Grouthouse going to quickly get it into Robinson and hold the runners there at second and third.
So with 1 out, that'll bring to the plate Stacy Kindles, the right center fielder. Stacy Kindles last at bat, flied out to left field. Very first pitch, lines it up the middle. First run will score. They hold the runner at third. That'll make the score 5-4 as the Blue Jays put a run on the board. So with 1 out, top of the 6th, runners on first and third. That'll bring up to bat number 8, Laura Delgado, the right fielder.
Shield will come across the plate, and Pinedo will advance to third. Didn't have enough time to bring it all the way in home, but definitely in scoring position with only 1 out. And there's going to be hit. And that's going to be a double play. Caught by the second baseman, and they get the runner that was heading for second. Get it back to first base and for the second out in that play. And that will end the top half of the 6th inning. Paver Pros will come to bat, and Lady Blue Jays will take the field.
I started playing ASA when I was 12 years old. ASA gave, I think, all of us an avenue to play growing up and gave us places to excel. Lots of games, the best competition, great coaching. So it's kind of been an avenue for all of us to grow as players.
And giving me the chance to prepare at a high level.
ASA was crucial in my career as far as building myself as an athlete, and I think my teammates also.
Get your start in a sport that lasts a lifetime. Play ASA.
Up the plate for the Paver Pros is going to be the first baseman, Cheryl Harbord. First pitch is a ball. As Wegahop for the Lady Blue Jays will step onto the rubber.
Second pitch a bit outside for ball 2.
Brings one dead center across the plate for a strike. 2-1 the count. A little bit of difference in these pitchers. Lady Blue Jays pitcher in the center. There's a hit to the shortstop. Going to be sent to Arocha at first, and Harbord will be out, the first out of the 6th inning.
It's hit right to the Lady Blue Jays shortstop, Jacqueline Vargas. She had plenty of time, able to set her feet, make a great throw for the first out.
You're going to have a substitute stepping in for the Paver Pros, number 11, Lori Greer. The manager for the Paver Pros getting that situated with the umpire. As I was mentioning, the pitchers, a little bit of different foot placement. Deanne Wegahop for the Lady Blue Jays puts her feet right in the middle of the rubber, whereas the pitcher for the Paver Pros, Mindy Robinson, steps to the far side of the rubber, barely even on it, and just making sure she's following the rules by touching the rubber. And we're going to start here. Lori Greer, the umpire, will make another call, making sure all the debris is cleared off the field.
Lori Greer either being the extra hitter for Paver Pro, or she's actually subbing in for the pitcher, Mindy Robinson, and maybe taking over pitching duties for Paver Pro.
Strike will come across the plate. Greer, a left-handed batter. I think that's the first left-handed batter we've seen today.
Yeah, as of right now, I can't, for the life of me, remember a left-handed batter for either team.
That one's hit right down the first baseline. First baseman Arocha is going to pick it up and tag her bag for out number 2.
Wondering if the exchange was made for either hitting or maybe Greer is a pitching change for Mindy Robinson. But either way, now up to bat, the catcher, Laura Reinhold, with 2 outs, bottom of the 6th.
Strike on the first pitch. That one hit to Arocha, but it gets through her as there's a quick hit. Going to be picked up by the right fielder, number 8, Laura Delgado. And Lauren Reinhold will be safe at first after that hit to right field.
Now up to the plate with 2 outs will be the right fielder, Cheryl Poole. Like to extend this lead, only having a 1-run lead right now going into hit to Arocha. Arocha to pitcher, number 5, Deanne Wegahout. And that'll end the 6th inning. So with no runs, 1 hit, no errors, the score now, Lady Blue Jays 4, Paver Pro 5. You're listening to Women's Softball on ASAsoftball.com.
Get on up and get on down to Hooters, the place to be for chicken wings. Come grab a beer, the game's on here, and the girl next door, good friends and more. Either can't stop by, get our wings to fly. Hooters makes you happy. Right down the street, it's your neighborhood retreat. So get on up and get on down to Hooters.
Top of the 7th inning, Maxine Martinez is going to step into the box for the Lady Blue Jays. Down by 1, got to get a run here in this inning.
Like to piece together a couple base hits, score at least 1 run, tie the game up, put Paver Pro in a position to have to score a run next inning.
Well, when the Paver Pros were up at bat, we saw Lori Greer come in and bat for Mindy Robinson, but Robinson's going to stay at the pitching position. She'll bring in a strike. 1-1 the count for Maxine Martinez.
Maxine Martinez, last time up, flew out to the left fielder in the 5th inning. She'll try to drop it a little short this time. Try to wrap a base hit here. Right to the shortstop, but it was too hot for Calicote as it goes right through her glove. That'll be a base hit. I don't know if they'll consider that an error or not.
Well, it did hit her in the glove, just wasn't able to hang on to it because it took a good bounce after hitting that infield dirt. Luckily, have a good outfield to back up Calicote.
Left center fielder Grathouse is playing a pretty good game, backing up everyone, playing her position well. As the ball actually is hit right to her, doesn't look like she's going to need to move much, and catches the fly out for the first out of the inning in the top of the 7th.
Quickly gets it into the second baseman, Marcela Gutierrez. As we're going to have Jessica Gonzalez come up to the plate. And
Jessica was able to get a base hit in the 5th inning.
Now we can see that Gonzalez is a left-handed batter, and I can recall now seeing her there that she was our first left-handed batter, so we've got one on each team.
Little more patient this time around, taking the strike, trying to look for that perfect pitch. The count now 2-1 with 1 out, runner on first. Swings at the 4th pitch, and right fielder Cheryl Poole not able to make the play right off her glove, and that will probably be an error as they chalk one up on the board. So with that error, number 9, Maxine Martinez able to advance to second base.
Yeah, they'll clean the base off as she slid in. She checked up and almost went back to first because it looked like the catch was going to be made. When it was dropped, she had to hustle it over there to second and slid into that base. So we got runners on first and second, 1 out. And it's a good batter up at the plate now, the shortstop Jacqueline Vargas.
Last time Jacqueline Vargas hit one right up the middle for a single. In the first couple innings, Blue Jays were swinging at the first pitch they liked. They're taking a little more passive approach here as we get into the later innings. Ball hit down the third base line. Tangi able to get it, but then she underthrows it. Able to get the out at third, but both runners advance. Tangi tried to turn the double play, which would have ended the inning, but just underthrew the first baseman a little bit. The first baseman could not dig it out of the dirt. So it'll be runners on second and third, 2 outs. And the pitcher, Deanne Wegahout, up to bat.
Now that throw right there from Tangi Burns over to Cheryl Harbor, that's the 3rd error this inning, putting the Lady Blue Jays in excellent scoring position. They have 2 outs. One strike on the board for Wegahout.
A great diving stop by the second baseman, Marcela Gutierrez, as she gets the 3rd and final out of the 7th inning.
And that will be the game as the teams will come out to shake hands. In the 7th inning, we don't even have to have Paver Pros come up to bat as they are ahead by 1. So that'll be the ball game. Paver Pros 5, Lady Blue Jays 4.
Lady Blue Jays just showed too much, not really taking much time and looking the pitches down in the first couple innings, which hurt them, and also really didn't have any errors. Just Paver Pros were able to put the ball in play every time. So at the final, the Paver Pros from Fort Myers, Florida, 5. The Lady Blue Jays out of San Antonio, Texas, 4. You are listening to Women's Softball on asasoftball.com.
Again, the next game we have coming up will be at 10:30, Women's Class C game. It'll be the WTS softball crew versus Fraley's Wildcats. So stay tuned here on asasoftball.com to catch the Women's Class C action at 10:30.
Once again, I'm Jacob Chastain.
And I'm Brian Ward.
We'll join you at 10:30.